Good morning, Jacksonville. It's Jacob with Willman Air, and today we are going to talk about private equity-owned companies or private equity roll-ups. So Google defines private equity as a firm or a company that utilizes individual investors' money or equity to then buy a local or smaller company, generally that's family-owned, such as mine. And what they do is they basically pour gasoline on it. They make sure that the growth is incredible for that company. So over the next 3 to 5 years, their books look so great that they can turn around and then sell that company for a profit, which then the individual people whose equity they used to buy that company then see a return on their profit. So a great investment strategy. But where does that leave us, Jacksonville, as a community? And so this is really what we're getting after today is if you do a little bit of research, it's estimated around 90% of Northeast Florida HVAC companies are now private equity owned or backed by private equity companies. So what does that mean for you? As a neighbor of mine in Jacksonville, it means when you call out a private equity company, you're generally going to be routed to a call center. You are generally going to be speaking to someone whose name is not on the side of the truck, nor do they represent the name on the side of the truck. It means that when they come out, they are going to be quota or sales driven. And a lot of their technicians are paid on commission, which means they have to make sales in order to make a living. Take that versus your privately owned, family-owned companies who the owner still has their name on the side of the truck, such as Willman Air, okay? And what you have is a very vast difference of a business model. So whereas they are quota-driven, we are client satisfaction-driven. We want to take care of our clients so that they call us back. When private equity generally goes in, what they're looking to do is maximize every service call to maximize profitability. It is a great way to make money. However, it's very short-sighted because generally what they end up doing is leaving a bad taste in the client's mouth, and then they will not call them back. They'll start looking around, and we've seen a huge turnover from people leaving private equity-based HVAC companies here in the Jacksonville area and coming over to smaller businesses like us where they get that personal TLC. People who actually care about the client and their house and their financial needs. So it's a very big difference, and really what it boils down to in my mind is private equity is not only doing damage to our community by taking advantage of the trust, but they're also helping to really tarnish our industry. That's why it's important to know who you're calling out, right? Who you bring your car to. It's important to have a trusting relationship with that hopefully mom and pop shop that you're getting your car fixed at. It's the same way with your HVAC industry. In fact, we are technically by trade mechanics because we do work on machines. And so it's important to know who you're calling out, who you're letting into your home, and what is driving them. Is it the satisfaction, your satisfaction? Is it your needs that is driving them? Is it a passion for the trade that is driving them to go out and help people? Or maybe they like fixing stuff? Or is what is driving them, I have to meet my sales goal today. Oh my goodness, this is my last call of the day and I'm only halfway to my sales goal. I really got to make this a big one. If I don't, I'm going to get reprimanded. I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. The wife is going to yell at me. That's a lot of stress on these technicians who were trained just to go out and fix things. They now have to sell. So that's the type of stuff that we don't want to see in our community anymore. It's basically capitalism gone awry. We're pushing the moral and ethical boundaries of what we do and what we say. And these companies, there's really a gray line they push. And they'll start to twist words like, you need to do this, or it would be better if you do this, because I could go to any job and come up with a way to justify that you need a new system, even if it's brand new. I could. Doesn't mean you'd bite on it. It just means I could justify it if I wanted to, and my morals allowed me to. I could justify it and go to sleep at night. So when money is your driving force in business, it certainly leaves you, the client, out of the equation. And in my mind, the whole equation should be based around the client. We are a service industry after all. We're here to serve. Now, of course, one of our mission point statements is we don't sell anything. You simply have a problem, we have a solution. That solution costs money. We're here to do it. We want to do it great for you. We want you to be happy. I want you to call me back whenever you need something. I want your kids to call me when you move away or you're gone. I want their kids to call Wilman Air. It's more of a marathon for us, whereas these private equity firms are kind of basing it like a sprint because they have a deadline. They need to build their books and their sales up so much that they can turn around and sell this company for an exceedingly larger amount than the high amount they already bought it for. And that's why so many of these local heating and air conditioning companies are selling to private equity. They are putting a lot of money on the table. They are enabling these owners that thought they had another 15 years before they could retire. They are literally cashing them out and they are allowed to retire. It's almost irresistible unless you truly contemplate the consequences, not only for your business, but for your clients. Then it's a no-brainer. No way. I'm Jacob Wilman of Wilman Air, and I can promise you right now, we will never sell out to private equity, not as long as I am in charge. And I've already got, it was a 10-year, it's now an 8-year plan for my employees to take over ownership of the company. This will ensure that the people that I have hired, who have the same values of taking care of their clients, not pushing sales, doing what's needed and doing it right the first time, that will carry over into future generations of workers and carry over for our existing and new clients moving forward into the future long after I'm gone, or at least that is the hope. But it will be out of my control at that point, and I will not have taken a more or less spiritual bribe. I'm not going to leverage money for my own justification of needs and wants. I will leverage money to do the right thing. So that, in a nutshell, is private equity and why I'm taking a stand against it. If you want a list of private equity companies here in Jacksonville, Florida, it is very hard to come by because there are a lot of smaller deals and they do multiples of them. They're hard to track. Not a lot of them are publicized, but there are certainly a great number of them. You can look up, and I think you'll be fairly surprised to see a lot of the companies that have been around for a long time, not just the new ones that are popping up everywhere here in Jacksonville. A lot of the companies you trusted, your parents trusted, are no longer owned by the people they used to deal with. They're now private equity owned, they're sales driven, and in my mind, they treat clients like a number instead of an actual family with needs and a budget. And that's kind of crazy to me. Selling someone a full system replacement and ductwork replacement when all they had wrong was a clogged drain line it's deplorable. It makes me sick to my stomach that someone could actually go in there and sell that just so they make their paycheck versus what does this client actually need. I don't understand how hard it is to do what needs to be done, treat these people fairly, and then they call you back and give you more business. It's a very simple business model. So, and that is a real example of private equity acting in our community. So again, I'm Jacob Wilman. If you have any questions, I can't wait to hear the comments. I love you. Put them in below. Hit subscribe. I'm here to help homeowners. I'm here to help future techs. I am here for entertainment, I guess, too. Probably not very entertaining, but I love you, Jacksonville. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving.